Good day and thank you for joining our case law presentation in business law. I am Chris Ragsak. I will be discussing the Boucher versus Walmart Canada Corporation in 2014. This will be the structure of the presentation. First, I will be discussing the facts, the legal issue, the reasoning and decision of the courts, and the significance of the case. First, what are the facts? Meredith Boucher worked as an assistant manager at Walmart. When she refused Jason Pinnock's, her supervisor, request to falsify a temperature log, her supervisor became verbally abusive, subjecting her to humiliation in front of other employees. She followed Walmart's complaint procedures, but her complaints were actually dismissed, and she was even threatened with accountability. Due to stress-related physical symptoms, she resigned and sued Walmart and her supervisor. The jury found she was constructively dismissed. Her claim for future income to retirement age was denied, and she received 20 weeks salary as specified in her contract. I will be discussing further later on the decision of the court. Now, what is actually the legal issue here? The Ontario Court of Appeal has recently addressed the issue of the cost associated with workplace bullying. So, the legal issue here is the price of workplace bullying, specifically whether and to what extent additional damages should be granted in the case of workplace bullying. So, that's the legal issue. What is the decision of the Ontario Superior Court? The Ontario Superior Court jury decision in this case resulted in three types of damages. The first one is the damages for intentional infliction of mental suffering. According to the court, Jason Pinnock was ordered to pay $100,000 in damages. The jury concluded that Pinnock's actions were actually deliberate, outrageous, intended to harm the Meredith Boucher, and had caused her documented illness. Another damage, which was advanced by the Superior Court, is the aggravated damages. Walmart was directed to pay $200,000. The jury's decision to award these damages reflects their response to Walmart's failure to enforce its own policies and its threats of retaliation against Boucher. But the last damage is the punitive damages. Both Walmart and Pinnock were ordered to pay punitive damages totaling $1,150,000. The jury found that the conduct of both defendants reprehensible and deemed these damages necessary to penalize them and deter future similar behavior. However, the decision of the Ontario Superior Court was actually reversed by the Ontario Court of Appeal. The Ontario Court of Appeal acknowledged that the compensatory damages awarded by the jury in this case were exceptionally high and unprecedented in Canadian employment law. However, the Ontario Court of Appeal did not find them to be so clearly excessive that they warranted a reduction. They emphasized that the jury's decision represents the community's conscience and that such a high award was not unreasonable since there is no precedent until it is established for the first time. So, the Court of Appeal took issue with the punitive damages awarded by the jury. They significantly reduced the punitive damages by about 90%, reducing them to 110 Canadian dollars. 110,000 Canadian dollars. They concluded that the combined punitive and compensatory damages amounted to an excessively large sum exceeding was reasonably required to punish both defendants. So, what is actually the significance of the case? First, we need to uphold workplace policies. And then the second one is we need to avoid threats and verbal abuse and bullying in the workplace. And this case is actually a cautionary example for the management. Thank you so much. That's the summary of my case.